Hey guys, I'm Ayana, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a graph using Google Sheets and Google Docs. A graph is a short pictorial representation of a lot of data. A graph makes it easy for us to establish trends or patterns in our data. There are also different types of graphs. The type of study will determine the kind of graph used to represent the data. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make a pie chart and bar graph. The example I'm going to use is the favorite color of fourth graders. This is a made up data set to show you how to make these graphs. Now, we're going to start by going to Google Docs. And I have so right now I am in this Google Doc that I've already created. So this shows the data. So there's 4 kids who like red, 4 kids who like purple, 10 kids who like blue, 3 kids who like green, 1 kid that likes yellow, and 2 kids that like pink. If you want to create a table just like I did, you will insert a table just like this. So insert table 2 by 4. There you go. And then you can copy all of this. So I would write colors, red, purple, blue, green, yellow, pink. I'm not sure if it's 4 or more, but do as many as you want unless you know how to do this. I did this in Google Sheets and I will show you how to do it next. Now I'm going to show you how to go to Google Sheets, which is the main thing of the entire video. So you're going to go to your Gmail, and there's a 3x3 dot array, and then you're going to click on that right here. Click on that right here, and you're going to see a pop-up box, and you're going to click Sheets just next to Docs, Sheets. So open that. And you are going to create a new one. And here I have the new one. So here I am in Google Docs, and Google Docs is already Google Sheets, and Google Sheets is already an entire table, as you can see right here. You can either enter your data manually, or you can copy paste from this Google Docs, just like I am. So copy and paste. Now, after I have inserted my chart, I'm going to name my Google Sheet, because otherwise, how are you going to find it? So I will name this example of a graph. This is what I'm going to name mine, but of course you're going to name yours what your science experiment is. Now you're going to select your data table. You're going to select your data table and press insert on the top. So insert chart underneath cell shift down, cell shift right, chart. It'll say working, and here it is, my chart. So you can see that this is not the right color. So pink is blue, red is blue, purple is red. So if you would like to change it, double click, and so it says setup. Now you're going to go to customize. Customize, you're going to do pie slice. So red, I'm going to make red, of course, red, then purple, purple, do it with me if you like, blue, blue, green is already green, yellow, not orange, but yellow, and pink, pink. So we can see that all the colors are in order, but there's one thing left to do for this chart. The title says number of kids, but that's not the title. So there's 2 ways that you can change the title. The first way is to double click, And the second way is to go to chart and axis titles, titled in customize, and click title text. I'm going to name it favorite colors of fourth graders. There. This is important because the title shows us what the graph tells us. Now, if we take a closer look at this chart, we see that when we click on it, it says 16.7% and 4 for purple, 41.7% for blue, 12.5% for green, yellow 4.2%, and pink 8.3%, and red 16.7%. But how do we even come to this percentage? Now I'm going to show you how Google Sheets is calculating this very precise percentage. Now go 2 cells under number of kids and write equal to sum, and now it automatically selects all of the numbers, and now press enter and enter. If it does not select, you will have to select manually. Now we see the total number of kids in the class, which is 24. Now we are going to move this graph over here, and we're going to find out the formula to find these percentages. So you're going to do and select the one you want to do, divided by 24, which is the total number of students, asterisk 100, because percent means 100. Now click enter. So see, for some of you, all of the answers will pop up and click check, but for me and some of you, we are going to have this plus sign, drag to the bottom, and it'll immediately have this. This applied the same formula to all of these cells. Now, if we look at our graph, we see 16.7% of the kids like red, just like we see in our calculations, because 16.666 is rounded off to 16.7. So now you know how to make a pie chart. A pie chart shows the percentage of one dependent variable out of the whole 100. In this case, our whole is all of the fourth grade. Now let's make a different graph with the exact same data. Now let's make the line graph. So double click, then you can see chart type and it'll say pie chart. So click on it, a drop box will come down, and click the line chart, and this is what it shall look like. This chart doesn't really represent the data in a very meaningful way. Since this graph doesn't really make sense, let's try using the bar graph. Now we'll start making the bar graph. So the exact same way we made this line graph. So we went to setup, and instead of line chart, we will do the column chart, or in other words, bar graph. A bar graph shows quantity of a dependent versus an independent variable. As it shows in the title here, kids versus colors. So on the x-axis, which is the horizontal one, we have our independent variable, which is colors. On our y-axis, on the other hand, we have number of kids, and this is the dependent variable, and a dependent variable is what you're measuring. Here, the bar graph is a very good way of representing what we have here in our table. But what if we wanted to see how many kids like the different colors compared to red? Here, red is like a control group. So we will divide the number of kids in each color group by the number of kids in the control group of red, which is 4 children. So now we'll delete our percent calculations because we don't need it, and move our beautiful bar graph a little to the side so we have more space for our data. as I said, we are comparing all of our different groups to our control group, red. So we're going to write control group right here, control group. And under that, we're going to write 4 because red, it has 4 children liking it. Now, click under and copy this box. Select all of the others underneath and paste it. Now we're going to go to our next column and call it values, normalized, normalized to control. And normalized means compared, which basically means the number of kids in all of our other color groups divided by our control group of red. So we will do equal to, select the 4, select this, and this, and oops, let me do that again. So equal to 4 divided by 4, enter. So just like that, we will select everything under. And now I don't have everything else, so we're going to get the plus sign down here, drag it, and there is our other calculations. In order to make a graph, these are our values for our y-axis, so we need an x-axis. So you click the letter above, insert column left, and it gives you another column. Okay, now you're going to copy paste the colors from the left, Command C. Now I have it right next to our values normalized to control. Now we will make our chart. So select, and here we go, insert chart, and it'll make a chart for you. So we see a bar graph. Let's move this bar graph a little bit down so that we have space to work. For every 1 kid who likes red, there's 2.5 kids who likes blue. This is called comparing to the control. So now we can see that the title, it's values normalized to control versus colors. So we're going to delete the versus colors. That's that. Now we can see that 2.5 kids like blue. I don't think that sounds very right. So I think that would be better represented in percentage. All we have to do to calculate our percentage is to multiply our y-axis by 100. So here, asterisk 100, enter. Now it shows 100 here. And then this one, asterisk 100, enter. Or you can also pull it just like we did. Now we have full numbers instead of 2.5, 0.75, and stuff like that. Since we multiplied in the same cells, we can see that our bar graph has already updated to what we just changed it to. So there we go, guys. I taught you how to make pie charts, bar graphs, calculate percent, and normalize your data to control. I hope you guys like this video. Have a good day. Bye.